Hi, and welcome to this classical Hatha Yoga practice. This is a shorter practice. So to begin, we will start at the top of the mat for our sun salutations. So our toes will be together and our heels will be slightly apart. And we're going to inhale and exhale our hands into prayer. And we're going to take a moment here and just bow into your hands, honor yourself, honor your life. Now inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. We can arch the back a little or a lot if you can. And then exhale, folding forward, fingers in line with the toes, or we can place our hands on our shins. Crown of the head is dropped towards the floor. Then we're going to inhale, dropping the right leg back. We're going to flatten the knee and flatten the foot on the floor, and we're going to look up. Then we're going to retain our breath into plank. I'm going to start this again. Jeez. Hi, everyone. Hi, and welcome to the classical Hatha Yoga practice. This is a shorter practice, a little over half an hour, and we'll start by beginning at the top of the mat. We're going to bring our toes together and our heels slightly apart for our sun salutations, and just take a moment here. We're going to bow into our hands. Crap. Oh. Hi. Hi, and welcome to our sun. Hi, and welcome to our classical Hatha Yoga practice. This is a shorter practice. To begin, we'll start at the top of the mat. We're going to bring our big toes together, and our heels are going to be slightly apart. We're going to start by inhaling and exhaling our hands into prayer. And then just take a moment here and we're going to bow into our hands, honor yourself, your life. Spread the toes out wide here. And then grip, feel the grip of the earth. Feel the feet grounded into the earth, connecting to the Great Mother. And now inhale, raise your arms up, arch your back, maybe a little or a lot. And then exhale, folding forward, fingers in line with the toes, or our hands can be on our shins. Then we're going to inhale the right leg back, dropping the right knee, flatten the foot, and look up. Then retain our breath into plank, exhaling knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Our hips stay off the mat here. Then inhale, sliding forward into Cobra. Exhale, hips up, heels back, inverted V. Inhale the right leg forward, dropping the left knee, flatten the foot, look up. Exhale the left foot forward, dropping the crown of the head. Then inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back, maybe a little or a lot, and then exhale, release. Inhale and exhale into prayer. Inhale, reaching up, arch the back. Exhale, folding forward, fingers in line with the toes. Inhale, left leg back, dropping the left knee, flatten the foot, look up, retaining your breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhale, sliding forward into Cobra. Exhale, the hips up, heels back into inverted V. Inhale, the left leg forward, dropping the right knee, flatten the foot, look up. Exhale, the right leg forward, dropping the crown of the head. Inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back, and then exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, prayer. Inhale, reaching up, arch the back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right leg back, dropping the right knee, flatten the foot, look up, retaining your breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, hips up, heels back, inverted V. Inhale the right leg forward, dropping the left knee, flatten the foot, look up. Exhale the left foot forward, dropping the crown of the head. Inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back. Exhale, release. Inhale and exhale, prayer. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale the left leg back, dropping the left knee, flatten the foot, look up. Retaining your breath in a plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, inverted V. Inhale, left leg forward, dropping the right knee, look up. Exhale, right leg forward. And then inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back. And exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right leg back, knee down, look up. Retaining your breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, inverted V. Inhale, right leg forward, left knee down, look up. Exhale, left leg forward. And then inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, look up. Retaining your breath into plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead, down onto the mat. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, inverted V. Inhale, left leg forward, knee down, look up. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhaling, reaching forward, up. Arch the back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Last round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, right leg back. Retaining in plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhaling, Cobra. Exhaling, inverted V. Inhale, right leg forward, knee down, look up. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back. Exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, prayer. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, left leg back, knee down, look up. Retaining your breath in plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, forehead onto the mat. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, inverted V. Inhale, left leg forward, knee down, look up. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, reaching forward, up, arch the back. And exhale, release. Now bring your hands in front of us with our palms facing down. We're going to inhale up onto our toes as high as we can. And now with control, exhaling slowly down into a squat. Then onto the hips, rolling out all the way down in Shavasana. Now in Shavasana, have your feet about mat width apart, palms away from your body facing up. Shoulders relax, away from the ears, chin slightly tucked in towards the chest. Closing off the mind, closing the eyes, breathing in through the nose, expanding the belly, and tune in to what your body is telling you. Tune in to what your body is feeling. Bring your feet together, raise your hands over your head, and stretch, 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 and release. We're just going to do a quick little warm-up of the abdomen before we get into a bit of our practice. So we're going to do double leg lifts. So have your feet together, palms beside your body with your palms facing down onto the mat. We're going to inhale, feet up into a 90-degree position, not going any further. And then exhale, bring it down onto the mat. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, coming down. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Now inhaling up, and on the count of 10, we're slowly going to bring our legs down towards the mat. Om 10, Om 9, Om 8, Om 7, Om 6, Om 5, Om 4, Om 3, Om 2, Om 1. Now coming up to a seated position, we're going to bring our legs behind us here, and we're going to sit back in child's pose, resting our forehead on the mat. Hips are resting on our heels. Palms can be beside our body with our palms facing up, or we can make a pillow with our hands. We want our knees together resting in child's pose. When we're doing this, we don't want our hands out in front either for this child's pose, because the shoulders end up being tense up here. And what we want to do is relax everything. Now shut off the mind. Feel the earth. Feel the connection to the earth. And now we're preparing our body for our headstand practice. So stay in child's pose. While we're in child's pose, we're visualizing our headstand practice. If you're not ready for a headstand practice, I would do a dolphin. And if you have an advanced headstand practice, you can carry on with that. But I'll lead with just a basic headstand practice. So we're going to inhale, we're going to come up. We're going to grab inside the arms here with both hands. And we're going to drop our elbows onto the mat, right underneath the shoulders. Now we're going to release our hands, and we're going to interlace our fingers in front of us. So we got this triangle with our hands here. We're going to drop the crown of the head into the pocket of the hands on the mat. So the crown of the head is flat on the mat. And we're going to inhale our hips up and begin walking our feet in towards our face. Now inhale one leg in, exhale, and now inhale the left leg in, exhale, and maybe you're staying here with it, and that's fine. Or inhaling, bringing both legs straight up into a headstand. Now focus on the breath. Try to shut off the mind. At any point, you can go into variations if you have, like splits, like scorpion, or be where you are. At any point, you can come out and rest in child's pose. Or if you can, close the eyes, relax the mind, relax the face in your headstand practice. This is a deep connection with yourself. So stay with yourself here. Connecting with the breath, connecting with the body. Try to release the facial features also, not holding tension in the face. So you're finding one point of focus or closing the eyes. Now with control, tuck the feet in towards your bum, then tuck the knees in towards the chest, and then slowly bringing the feet down, dropping the hips back onto the heels, relaxing in child's pose. Now in this child's pose, feel your root connected to the earth. Feel for breathing in energy from the Mother Earth. Breathing it in, up the root, up the lower back, up the middle back, up into the upper back, in through the neck, into the skull, and exhaling it, sending it back down to the earth. Just enjoy this connection. Shutting off the mind. Relaxing the body and letting gravity do the work here. Inhale, coming up. Kicking our legs in front of us. We're going to lay back down in Shavasana just for a couple more breaths. So the body can rebuild towards our practice. So inhaling into the diaphragm, exhaling through the mouth. Let the body go so the body can begin to rebuild. Bring your feet together. Raise your hands over your head. Stretch, 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 and release. We're going to work on our shoulder stand practice now. So bringing your feet together, Place your palms beside your body with your palms facing down. We're going to inhale the feet up, hips up, rolling up onto our shoulders here, supporting the back with the hands, fingertips pointing in towards the spine. Trying to get the chest in towards our chin. Getting the feet up as high as you can, but being where you are. Shut off the eyes, shut off the mind, but keep going with your breath, finding relaxation in the most difficult times. Try not to keep any tension in the feet or in the calves. Also, if you need to readjust here, if you're looking to readjust the elbows, you can drop your knees in towards your forehead and walk the elbows in a little bit, and then inhale, kick the feet back up. Again, relaxing the mind, tuning into the body. Recognize what you're feeling. Recognize where you're feeling. Maybe it's a message your body's trying to send to you. At any point, if this is too much, you can also come down, lay on your back, and tuck your knees in towards your chest. Now we hold these postures for a long time because it allows the body to actually build towards these. Any posture can be a yoga posture as long as you're holding it for at least a minute. 30 seconds is good. A minute is best. Allows the fascia to rebuild. Allows the fascia to release. Almost like acupuncture. Now exhale the right leg down towards the floor above your head. Inhaling it up. Exhaling the left leg down towards the floor. Maybe you're touching it, or maybe you're just reaching for it. Inhaling it back up. Now with control, using both feet, coming down towards the floor above your head. Maybe your feet are on the floor. If not, just continue playing with it. Now in this plow pose, if your feet are on the floor, have your toes tucked in towards your head. Release the hands from your back if your feet are on the floor. And you can interlace your fingers together. If you need to, you can walk the shoulders out a little bit just to help get those hands down towards the floor behind your back. Focus on the breath. Feel for sending that breath down your spine, down the entire back of your spine, down through the glutes, through the thighs, through the hamstrings, through the calves, into the ankles. Feeling it down your entire backside of your body and down through your entire legs. Visualize the breath going through, massaging the tension. Relaxing the mind. When you relax the mind, you relax your body. Again, trying to find comfort in discomfort.
And while you hold these postures, you may realize that you need to readjust a little bit. Check in with yourself, making sure you're checking in and tuning into the body. Now, place your hands back on your back if you've released them. Now with control, inhaling the feet back up into the air, into your shoulder stand practice, just for a moment. Maybe you're a bit tighter, maybe you're a bit higher. And now releasing the hands onto the mat with control, slowly coming down one vertebra at a time, all the way down in Shavasana. Feet mat width apart, palms away from your body with your palms facing up, shoulders relaxed away from the ears, chin slightly tucked in towards the chest. Breathe deep down through your entire body. Send that breath throughout your body. Maybe feeling it down, entering through, down into the thighs, down into the calves. Maybe down, feel the sensations down your entire back, in through the arms, and maybe even into the fingers. Deep, full body breaths, shutting off the mind and tuning into your body. Bring your feet together. Raise your hands over your head. Stretch, 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 and release. We're going to do a little bit of fish. So you can place your hands underneath your bum with your palms facing down. If you want, you can actually interlace the thumbs like this, making a little bird. That'll help kind of lock the hands together while it's underneath our tush. And now pressing the palms into the mat, pressing the elbows and the forearms into the mat. Inhaling, coming up, looking at the toes, and then exhale, dropping the crown of the head back towards the mat, resting it lightly on the mat. You should just be touching the mat here. Keep pressing the forearms and the elbows and the palms into the mat, pressing the heart space up, finding one point of focus, or shutting off the eyes and shutting off the mind. Feel a deep breath into the diaphragm, and then a big expansion, bringing the breath up into the upper chest. And then exhale. You should be taking your biggest breaths of the day here. Full lung breath. Most of us only breathe into a third of our lung. So take advantage of it here. Retrain your body here. Try not to have any tension in the legs. Keep the legs relaxed. Now one more deep inhale.
Complete exhale. And now inhale, coming with the head up, looking at the toes. Exhale, releasing the body back down onto the mat. We're going to bring our feet together. Raise your hands over your head just for a little stretch. Press your lower back into the mat here, pressing the lower back down, contracting the abs. And inhale, coming up for our seated forward fold. So for our seated forward fold here, we're going to keep our feet together. We want to actively feel for reaching the soles of the feet forward. You can actually pull some cheek meat out of the way to help lengthen in the stretch. We're going to inhale the arms up, feel for pressing the heart space forward, and then exhale, reaching forward towards the toes. If you can, you grab the big toes here with your peace fingers. If not, just keep your hands on your shins or your thighs, but feel for actively reaching the crown of the head away from the shoulders to lengthen the spine. We're not rounding the back here. We're not trying to bring our nose to our knees. We're trying to bring the crown of our head towards our feet. Now we're shutting off the mind, shutting off the eyes. Keep the eyes closed. Drop the shoulder blades down the back here towards the back of your hips, and feel for an extension also at the same time with the crown of the head. This just helps lengthen the spine a little bit more. Now be where you are here. Don't force this. Feel the stretch and don't go any further. Just breathe with the stretch. Recognize the stretch. Become friends with the stretch. So there's no pain, it's just a little bit of discomfort. And you're using the breath to send down to the body where you're feeling the stretch. When you relax the mind and you become friends with the stretch, the body begins to release. It doesn't fight back. Inhale and then exhale, maybe a little bit deeper this time. Again, becoming friends with this new stretch. Exhaling the tension in the body. Trying to keep the mind focused onto our practice and onto our body. And if grabbing the big toes is actually not enough, you can actually wrap the fingers around the feet. Only do this if you can touch the fingers. We're trying to keep the body connected to use less energy. And if this isn't enough, maybe you can go around the feet and grab a wrist. And again, we're holding these poses to stretch the fascia, to release the energy that's embedded in the fascia. And rebuilding towards a new story within our practice. That's why it's important not to fight and just relax. Send a positive vibration through our practice. 'Cause, 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 'c
Now inhale, reach the arms forward and come up. And then exhale, release. We're going to bring our legs behind us now, lying out on our stomach. We're going to come into our crocodile pose. So we're going to have our big toes together and our heels are going to fall apart. And we're going to lay our head down, making a pillow with our hands, laying our head on our hands. Breathe deep down the entire spine here. Using the breath to massage the entire back and shutting off the mind. Now placing your forehead on the mat, we're going to place our palms underneath our shoulders. So our fingertips are going to be kind of closer to in line with our earlobes. And now inhale the head up, chin up, chest up, keeping our hips on the mat. Keep your big toes together. Into Cobra pose. Feel for pulling the heart space forward a bit. Shoulders dropped away from the ears. Chin up. Eyes are closed. Jaws relaxed. If you want a bit more of a deeper bend, you can try contracting your glutes a little bit and contracting the thighs, and then help pulling the heart space forward while you do that to help round the back a little bit more. Continuing with the breath, shutting off the mind, keeping the ears open. Inhale, coming up a little bit higher. Contract the glutes a little bit more. And now exhale, slowly come down onto the mat. Press into the mat, bring your back up, hips back, walking the hands back underneath the shoulders. And we're going to arch the back up into a cat. Feel the head just fall off, the crown of the head towards the mat. Shoulder blades pulling away from the spine, arching the back up, tucking the pelvis in. Breathe in, exhale. One more inhale, and then exhale, sitting the hips back onto the heels into child's pose. Again, connecting the root to Mother Earth here, feeling a sensation, a connection with your root, a cord extending from your root, entering down through the earth, through the bedrock, down into the core. We're going to inhale, sending the energy up through the root, through the lower back. And we're going to send it up to the middle back here. And our middle back is roughly where our kidneys are and our adrenals, where we tend to probably overuse with stress. And exhale, sending that energy, that stressed energy out from the adrenals, through the mouth, back into the earth. So breathing in to the middle back, into the adrenals, which sit upon the kidneys, and then exhale, sending that energy back through the mouth into the earth. Creating that cycle, connecting with the earth's endless abundance of free positive energy and recycling any stress energy, any negative energy that we are moving in this practice and sending it to the earth to be recycled. Much like the oxygen is being recycled by the trees. Now inhale, coming up. We're going to do our twist. So for our twist, what we're going to do is we're sitting on our heels. We're going to drop our hips off to the right. And then we're going to bring our left leg over our right leg. Just kind of square up the body again so both glutes are kind of on the mat. If you need this to be a little bit easier, you can bring your right leg forward. And what we're doing here is we're placing our left hand behind our back. We're going to inhale, raise the right arm up, and then exhale into the twist, looking over the left shoulder, finding one point of focus. Our right hand actually wraps around the left knee. We're not going on the other side and keeping our hand up. The reason we're doing this is to keep the body connected, to use less energy in our practice. The thought is when you keep the hand up, you're just releasing energy out into space, where if you keep it connected, we're recycling the energy to use less energy. And we want the energy that it needs to be released with the breath. If you need a deeper practice here, you can actually bring the arm completely around the left leg and grab the right knee while you're into the twist. While we're in the twist, feel for a breath that dives deep down into the lower diaphragm. Almost get the sensation of feeling it almost in the pelvic region. Inhale and raise the crown of the head up. Exhale, maybe drop into the twist a little bit deeper. You're finding one point of focus, or the eyes are closed. Now inhale, raising the right arm back up, coming back to the front. We're going to come back up onto our knees. And we're going to drop our hips off to the left. Again, we're going to bring our right leg over our left knee, squaring the hips up again, making sure that both glutes are on the mat. Placing our right hand behind our back, left hand inhaling up into the air, and then exhaling, twisting off into the right, looking over the right shoulder. Left arm is wrapped around the right knee, finding one point of focus. Again, if you need it to be easier, you can kick that left leg straight out. If you want it to be harder, you can bring that left arm right around, grabbing the left knee that is on the mat.
Closing the mind, closing the eyes, or finding one point of focus. Inhaling the crown of the head up. Exhaling deeper into the twist. Again, feel for breathing deep into the pelvic region. And now inhale, raising the left arm up, placing it back down onto the mat. We're going to come up to a standing position for our triangle pose. So our feet are going to be one leg distance apart, basically. Our right leg's going to point forward. Our left leg's going to point slightly in. Feel for squaring the hips up here. We're going to inhale the left arm up into the air, and then exhale, dropping off into the right. We're not turning here. We're trying to keep the torso face forward here, so we're getting a nice side stretch. You can look up on a slight angle. Our right hand, I should say, is going to be above or below the knee. It's not going to be resting on the knee. We don't want any pressure on the knee. Continuing to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Feel for actively stretching, reaching with those fingers, feeling a stretch from your ankles to your hips and to your fingertips. Inhale, exhale, maybe dropping a little bit deeper into the stretch. Again, just checking in with the hips. Shutting off the mind, finding one point of focus. And now inhale, coming up. We're going to switch the feet. Left foot's pointing forward, right foot's pointing slightly in. Hips are squared. Inhaling the right arm up and exhaling off into the left. Looking up on a slight angle. Again, you can find one point of focus or shut off the eyes. Feeling for actively reaching with those fingers. Feeling a stretch all the way down the body, down your side body. Checking in with the hips. Checking in if they're square as possible. Inhale and exhale a little bit deeper. Now inhale, coming back up. We're going to bring our feet back up to the top of the mat. Heels are going to be slightly apart. We're going to raise our hands in front of us again with our palms facing down. Inhale, coming up onto our toes. And then exhaling with control again, slowly coming down into a squat. And then squatting on the heels, then rolling the body out into Shavasana. Feet mat width apart, palms away from your body, facing up. Shoulders relaxed. Away from the ears and chin slightly tucked in towards the chest. Breathing in, feel for the body breathing. When I say that, we're feeling for the breath entering in through the nose and almost a sensation of the whole body expanding. And then exhaling and sending that full body breath out. Beginning to move
old stagnant energy and bringing in new positive energy. So we're going to finish our practice here with our final relaxation. We're going to start first with tension and release. So while laying in Shavasana, we're going to raise our right leg about 2 inches off the mat. We're going to point our right toe, stretch the foot, feel the stretch into the foot all the way up into the hips, stretching the entire leg, stretch, 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 stretch. Now flex the foot back and then release and drop. Inhaling the left leg up, pointing the left toe, stretching the entire leg, stretch, stretch, stretch the foot, the entire leg, stretch, 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 and now flex the foot back and release and then drop. Squeeze the butt cheeks together, squeeze, 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 and then release. Press your lower back into the mat, push the lower back into the mat, and then release. Lifting your chest up into the air, squeeze the shoulder blades together and press the chest up. Press, 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 and then release. Lift your hands about 2 inches off the mat and we're going to squeeze and make a fist. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then now open your hands as wide as you can, stretching the hands, stretch, 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 release, and then drop. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Press your shoulders down now towards your feet. And now release. Turn your head and look to the right. Bring your head back to center. Turn your head and look to the left. Bring your head back to center. We're going to tuck our chin in towards our chest very slightly here. And we're going to squeeze our face into our nose. Squeeze, squeeze your face into your nose. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. And now open your mouth as wide as you can. Stick out your tongue as far as you can and make an audible and release. We're now going to begin auto suggestions. I will say the body part and just repeat it in your mind. I relax my feet. My feet are relaxed. I relax my calves and my thighs. My calves and my thighs are relaxed. I relax my hips and my bum. My hips and my bum are relaxed. I relax my lower back, my middle back, and my upper back. My entire back is relaxed. I relax my abdomen and my chest. My abdomen and my chest are relaxed. I relax my fingers, my palms. My fingers and my palms are relaxed. I relax my forearms and my upper arms. My forearms and my upper arms are relaxed. I relax my shoulders and my neck. My shoulders and my neck are relaxed. I relax my teeth, my tongue, and my jaw. And my entire mouth is relaxed. I relax my cheeks, my nose, and my eyes. My cheeks, nose, and eyes are relaxed. I relax my forehead and my scalp. My forehead and scalp are relaxed. I relax my brain inside my skull, laying it in a hammock, totally relaxed. 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 Now my entire body is completely relaxed. Relaxed, 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 relaxed. Thank you for practicing today this shorter classical Hatha yoga practice. Stay here as long as you like.